Crimson Fists, we have Land Raider Achilles, Librarian, 2 Terminator Assault Squads, 2 Storm Talon Gunships, and 2 10-man squads, both spotted with a Rhino, las cannons, grav guns, sergeants with storm bolters. Right, this is the battlefield. We've gone for homemade terrain, which I hope you'll agree is pretty cool. There's the communication tower. And we will be using 7th edition training game today, and it is the White Scabs Bike Brigade with more bikes than you can
Command
throw.
squad, full grav gun, so I've gone for a grav star option. Bike squad with 2 gravs, bike squad with 2 gravs, bike squad with 2 gravs. Scout bikers, Artillery Rough Riders, combi grav, 2 Astartes grenade launchers, Storm Talon, drop pod, unit of 10, hang on, one's gone AWOL, and a unit of 5 scouts. There he is.
There we go. So this is a 7th edition training mission. Okay, so the Crimson Fists Librarian has the Angel of Death as the Warlord trait. He'll also be using Imperial Fist Chapter Tactics for Bolter Drill and Siege Master. White Scars has
Khosrow Khan with his Hero of the Empire thing.
okay, and we are playing
Deadlock.
Deadlock is the mission. The objectives have been placed. There, 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 and there. That is not a landing pad, it's a piece of terrain. Okay, and Crimson Fist will be going first. Okay, both sides have now deployed Crimson Fists in this triangular corner, currently holding 2 objectives, and the White Scabs in that side. Okay, objective in the middle, objective number 2, objective number 1, objective number 5, objective number 3, and objective number 6. And some cheeky White Scabs hiding behind the turret. Okay, we are playing objective based games. We've chosen our 6 objectives each, so we'll see how that goes.
Number you can choose from.
Right, at the end of Crimson Fist turn 1, the Achilles trundled up and thunderfired the hell out of a unit of White Scabs, who basically panicked and rode off the battlefield for first blood. I controlled twice as many objectives as the White Scabs, so I got a D3 victory points for that, and I control number 5, so I got 1, which left me with a total of 3 at the end of turn 1. Okay, White Scabs have moved their turn 1, they've moved on to objective 2, hurtling towards objective 4, and quite scarily are running towards me. Okay, end of White Scabs turn 1 sees 2 Marines look dead, my grav gun. Point for objective 4, a point for successfully casting a psychic power, and that's about it. Okay, Crimson Fist turn 2. I've moved back to try and stop people deploying there. The Land Raider has backed up onto Objective 3. I am letting him have Objective number 1. The Rhino moved into block. Librarian and Terminator's deep stroke right there on Objective 2 because I need it. And the Flyer has appeared to put holes in because they're a Khan. Okay, update at the end of Crimson Fists. Turn 2. We have obliterated this unit that were stopping me from getting my victory point from the might of the Thunderfire cannon, which took out an entire unit with Thunderfire. The Librarian did nothing at all. Molten Beam turned out to be a sparkler, and the Flyer did nothing at all. So let's have a see what's going to happen. White Scab's turn 2. He has decided to abandon heading that way and come to tackle my Librarian, causing fear, and I'm going to melt him to bits. He has moved this way.
Yeah.
Still controlling Objective 4 because he just pulled Control Objective 4 again out of the Tactical Objectives cards. And he's now controlling Objective 1, which he wants. His Heavy Flame is going to toast me. And quite sneakily, appearing over there, attached to a unit, is a Storm Talon and some bikers. End of White Scab's turn 2. They did nothing to the Land Raider, as I expected. They toasted half my unit, but they're still in it. The Terminators fared quite well, considering all the Hammer of Wrath, but the Librarian is dead and I'm down to 2, but they failed the challenge, didn't get the victory point for that one. Do get the victory point for holding there. We'll see what happens next. Crimson Fist turn 3. Unit stayed exactly where it is. Achilles has turned to face. Second Flyer has come on. Going to clean up. This unit are going for Objective 4. The Flyer is going to try and support them, and some more Terminators have popped in to say hello.
Question on that.
Okay.
Get people to answer on a postcard.
Next one here, we've got a little rule query we weren't sure about. Okay, there's a challenge still going on there. Okay, my Terminator Sergeant survived. He's the last one in his unit. They're in a challenge, so the rest of his unit have got to stand by and watch idly. Can they snapshot if the other unit then charge that unit? We're not sure. We're saying no.
Answer on a postcard.
Answer on a postcard. Send it to Calder Valley Wargaming. Look us up on the net. This went rather well. The charge failed, but there's only 2 of them left. I will get it. That went abysmally wrong because the Flyers did nothing. That didn't really work either. So, not a good round for the Crimson Fist there. White Scar's turn 3 sees some hiding coward-like behind the building, just to claim a victory point.
Point scoring coward.
His Flyer has come over to be blown to bits by me later, I'm sure. He's moved over to try and take out my unit, going for Objective 4, therefore leaving this one open next turn for me to blow to bits, because I need that objective as well. Still a bit of a combat thing going on here. 2 units have appeared on from Deep Strike, so he will get D3 victory points. We're getting 3 units in his own table edge. Okay, end of White Scar's turn 3 has seen them kill a lot of guys there. There's one heroic sergeant refusing to die. I had to jink, which means I can snapshot only in the next turn with that Flyer. This Flyer's fine. The combat there, the heroic sergeant fought off Kusara Khan, who then panicked and ran away. Only to fight another day, I'm sure. Threw all his psychic power at me with his Librarian and dispelled the lot, and they just sat there looking white and scabby. Okay, turn 4 for the Crimson Fists. We are running up the battlefield. I decided to run instead of getting the tank because they would get further than the tank, and next round I'll get in. I'm going for a tank shock. The sergeant is running at them like a nutter. That flyer has gone there, and that flyer is going to hover strike where it is. And my little merry band of Terminators with sharp claws are running after Kasara Khan and the Librarian because there's a good few points in that little group waiting for me to get. Oh, and the Achilles has turned to face this to clear this so I can claim objective 1. Okay, Crimson Fist turn 4 was very successful. Running. Flyer survived. Tank shock chased away the bikes. Sergeant moved up, tank moved up, got objective 4 for a point. Thunderfire wiped out the top of that unit, which means the flyer can get the objective because everything scores. Terminators hacked apart the Librarian for a victory point. Kasara Khan beat his challenge, but these are no longer in combat because the challenge was by the sergeant from the other unit. That unit over there is waiting to be annihilated.
We are back.
Okay, White Scab's turn 4. There is no White Scabs down this corner of the board, apart from still cowering somewhere. There they are, hiding behind there, deciding they couldn't try and contest that because they can't get near enough. They've come back because they've got the objective of secure objective 4, so they decided to come back again. The flyer is coming over to take on the flyer. Kasara Khan ran away from the Terminators, worryingly, leaving him to his lesser men to take on the challenge. These boys have run over because they're also going to get to objective 4. Annoyingly for me, there is still a drop pod within 12 inches of my table edge, so I need to clear that away to get my points. Don't think he's realised yet. I won't tell him. Okay, White Scab's turn 4. Still chickening out behind the big building. Actually managed to kill my heroic sergeant from my first unit and secured objective 4 for a point.
Again,
Doing nothing to the tank. Kasara Khan didn't quite make it into the assault, which is a shame. One glancing on there, which means he's snapping next time because he jinked lots and lots. And I need to get rid of a few things over here, it seems. Okay, Crimson Fist turn 5. Unfortunately, came up against some terrain and had to stop. Didn't quite make it how I wanted to get into within 12 inches of my table edge. Turned to face. Flew over there because he is going to take on these boys hiding down the back here. Snapshotted only. Coming around. The tank has reversed to squish the scabs. 2 Terminators charging after Kasara Khan. One got tangled up in razor wire and died. The other flyer is now turned, hoverstruck, and he's going to take out the drop pod to get it cleared. See how this goes. Okay, into Crimson Fist turn 5. Killed one of those with a lucky Skyhammer. Thunderfire did
Loads of hits, but
2 wounds. Loads of hits with 2 wounds. Terminators killed Kasara Khan for a Slay the Warlord. And the Rhino stuck after having a crack grenade up their backside, which didn't work well. But the drop pod is gone. Okay, which means next round I can get some points. But not this round. Okay, White Scar's turn 4. He's come out of hiding behind there, realising that he can't take objective 3, which is sat underneath my tank.
So rejected it.
He's going to take on. Yeah, got rid of that objective to take on a new objective, which was a different secure objective number 4 roll, luckily,
Time in the game.
and a secure objective 2, which he's then decided to sit on there with, ignoring my Terminators.
Rude.
Moving back to stop me gaining my 3 units without any enemy units in my own line.
I'm trying to deny you.
I'm trying to deny me my objective 1, which I've rolled, which I'm sat on. So I'm automatically going to get that unless he blows me out of the sky, which he's not going to do. Let's face it, the White Scabs. Against Crimson Fist, which are the best.
got?
at the end of White Scab's turn 4, gets a victory point. Gets a victory point. Doesn't do anything to my flyer with his grenade launcher. Doesn't do anything to my rhino, but does stun the crew and cause a hull point on my flyer, but he's still there to claim the victory points. Gets to roll another objective card. Okay, we've just rolled at the end of turn 5, variable game length.
We just realised.
And yes, we just realised. And the game ended on a 2, meaning that the White Scars are 2
Victorious!
victory points in.
Kasara Khan hunts again.
But what we will say is we're going to turn the camera off and we're going to play another turn, because I think the Crimson Fists are going to clean up, to be quite honest. Okay.
Even though they've lost.
Even though they've lost. Grr!
Do we want to do headshots?
So, having come back on,
Hang on.
what do we think of 7th edition? We like it. We played the objective cards without the cards, just by writing it down. 7th edition.
We like 7. We
We
like
like
the variable limit games, and it's quite good fun. But slower. Although it speed up as we get to know it.
It is slower, but the rule that states with victory objective cards that you can't have the same card again, we think is actually a bit silly. You should be able to have it again because it makes it more interesting, i.e. you've just left an objective and then you find out you've got to capture it again and turn and come back. You can do it by rolling different numbers, but if you get the same number you've got to roll again. We think you should be able to keep it, but there you go, that's the rules.
I think it's how you use the deck, though, because you can use it as a deck without having to roll.
And we were not playing Unbound, we were playing Force Org, Battle Forged, which so far is fun. And yes, we had a slightly bigger battle table by a foot, but that's because we like the new scenery we played, and we made it. So, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, cool.